Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews, and today to talk about the sequel, my personal favorite of both of them, and it is 28 Weeks Later. Now, it's my favorite because I know it's 100 minutes, but I believe that the original was 113 minutes. This one's about 13 minutes shorter. But at the same time, I don't know, the pace seems to it goes by a little bit more faster than the original. I really enjoyed the score. The atmosphere was great. The zombies were awesome in this movie. Lots of cool scenes in this movie. I thought it was well directed by John Carlos. I can't pronounce his last name, but I just call him Juan Carlos. I just call him Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos, and I can't pronounce his last name. But he directed this movie and Intruders, which I haven't seen Intruders yet, but I did hear about that movie. Maybe one day I'll watch it. But 28 Weeks Later has a good cast too. You got Robert Carly Lee as Don. You've seen him in a couple other movies. He's been in The World Is Not Enough, Trainspotting, The Full Monty, and 28 Weeks Later is what he's known for. And he did a great job in the movie. And you've also got the cast. You got Rose Byrne as Scarlett, Jeremy Renner as Doyle, Harold Perrineau as Flynn, Catherine McCormack as Alice, and you've also got a couple other people too. You got like Shahad Ahmed as Jacob, Garfield Morgan as Geoff, Sally played by Amanda Walker, Idris Elba as Stone. Of course, Idris Elba would also be in Prometheus, Thor, Thor 2, Dark World, Pacific Rim, and so yeah, he's in those movies. Also, you've got Catherine McCormack as Alice. I think I already mentioned her name, but yeah, those are pretty much the cast members. They all did a great job. And basically what it's about is basically the plan had worked from the first movie where they had starved the dead and the dead had basically died, and it's 28 weeks later. And you know they've been rebuilding London. They put like a whole security team in there, military team in there, and they're pretty much getting the survivors and people back into London. And while they're doing that, there was one survivor from the outbreak, and you also have a scene at the beginning of the movie, which is a classic scene where these survivors, are living in this house. And they let this boy in, and he says he's been chased by these people. And the zombies, it's a really scary scene because the zombies break through the windows. The way the movie's shot, I know it's shaky cam, sometimes can get annoying. But in this movie, it kind of worked. It was kind of part of the way that it looked. I mean, it was kind of... I know in action movies, shaky cam can get a little bit annoying, but, you know... I thought in this movie, it did pretty good. Shaky cam, and luckily these discs have some artwork to them. And like I said, the shaky cam kind of works for the movie. It's not really that annoying. And you know they're breaking in the house, breaking through the windows, biting people, and you know a couple people get killed, and then it comes down to Don and his wife are pretty much left, and his wife gets killed. Well, you think she gets killed, and he runs. You got that scene where he's running down the hill. That music, da 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 da. You've also got a great score in this movie. I think it was the same person who actually came back to this movie that did the score from the original. It might have been the same person. Hang on, let me try to see the full cast and crew. Music. To look for music. Yeah, John Murphy, who would do the music for 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Also Snatch. But you know, I think he comes back to do the score in this movie. And that scene was just classic, where you know the character Don is running down the hill and thousands of zombies behind him chasing him, and he just keeps running. You know, Jacob. Tells him goes to the boat dock, Jacob! and then the character Jacob is getting the boat ready, and of course that the character Jacob gets attacked by zombies and bitten and stuff like that, and he gets turned into a zombie, and Don gets in the boat and starts up the boat. And that scene where Jacob's in the back of the boat trying to get in the boat, and he just rams the engine up, and the engine kind of cuts Jacob up in a little bit. And that scene where Don drives off, and it shows 28 weeks later the survivors going back into London. And pretty much what it is that it's basically it's a safe area for the zombies not to get in there. But there's also this little bit of London that's not safe. There still is a little bit of infection there. So these kids, Don's kids, his daughter and his son, decide to go to one of the abandoned areas because it's off limits, but they decided to go there anyways, and they find their mom. And basically, you find out that their mom is a carrier. It's not really infected, but she has the virus. And she won't attack anybody, but she still has the virus. And what happens is that they bring her in, Don misses her, so he gives her a kiss, and basically Don gets infected. And that scene was done very well, where Don's freaking out, and he turns into a zombie. Great acting by Robert Carlyle. Did a great job in that scene where he's freaking out, and goes over a really gruesome scene. Gouges her eyes out, punches her, bites her, and then he breaks out of there, bites more people. The infection starts to, spread. And, pretty much what it's about is the son and daughter trying to survive this zombie apocalypse happening in this military zone. Well, at the same time, you've also got Doyle, played by Jeremy Renner. Of course, Jeremy Renner from The Avengers, The Hurt Locker, American Hustle, The Bourne Legacy. He's been in a lot of movies. He was also in the new one, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Mission Impossible, he's going to be in the new one. The Town. Thor. He's in Thor. Yeah, he was in Thor. And he was also in a bunch of other movies too, like, The Hurt Locker, SWAT. But yeah, he's basically been in a lot of movies. Of course, The Avengers, Age of Ultron, The Avengers, and stuff like that. But he also did a great job in this movie. He's a fun character. He's always joking around. But when it comes down to the business, he gets serious. He takes his job very seriously, protecting these people. And, he basically leads these people out of the infected area and trying to get them to this helicopter. And, the people, the son and daughter of Don are there, and they're following him. And you've also got another actress. Is it? I think it is the Rose Byrne from Insidious, Neighbors, X-Men First Class. I think she's also a member of the military, and she's pretty much helping them as well get to the infected area. Of course, on their way to the helicopter, they encounter a little bit more of a different enemy in this movie, where they send in this team, hazmat team, and they're just pretty much killing everybody. Whether you're alive, whether you're dead, it doesn't matter who it is, they're going to kill you because you're considered to be, they're not going to take the chance of you being infected or not, so they'll just kill you. So they send in this team of hazmat members, and of course, they kill a bunch of people. There's a sniper on top of the roof, kills a couple people. Of course, the character Doyle kills that sniper. They go on, they find an abandoned carnival, and of course, the zombies are there. And I think it's a good idea where they hide in the grass, and I believe it's when the zombies are just walking past them or something like that. I think it was in this movie that happened, where they're laying in the grass, they're getting down in the grass, and then of course a helicopter comes by and freaking chops like thousands of zombies apart. Like, it gets way low to the ground and chops zombies into pieces, and all kinds of it's all kinds of action in this movie. Like the scene where this outbreak happens, you're seeing people get bit. Army guys, if you're trying to fight the mob, they're getting bit. Pretty much is an all infected area. That great shot at the end of the scene where it zooms out and it shows all the dead people, and just likable characters, very likable characters. It moves at a fast pace, in my opinion. Really neat idea, like the scene where it's a flashing light, boom, boom, because the son and daughter are in this room behind this glass, this piece of glass, and they're waiting for this army guy to come back, the soldier. And he comes back as an infected person. He comes back and spits all over the glass, and spits blood all over the glass, and gets shot in the head. Lots of gore, lots of blood in this movie. Very, very gruesome movie. Lots of gruesome scenes. Which, the reason why it's my favorite is because it's shot well. The soundtrack is awesome. Has a quick pace. I mean, I know it's 100 minutes, but it goes by really fast. So yeah, I know it says 100 minutes. It's like, that's a fast pace. 80 minutes and 70 minutes is a fast pace, but not 100 minutes. But it goes by at a fast pace. It flies by. And likable characters, great acting. Zombies in this movie are very crazy. They're fast. They're freaking crazy zombie in this movie. And the plot, I didn't mind the plot with the idea of the area of London trying to get rebuilt and stuff like that. But then it goes wrong. And I thought it was just a great sequel. And it's my favorite because, I mean, like I just explained it, fast paced and stuff like that. So if you're a gore hound, you got your gore, got your suspense, atmosphere to it. Well directed by Joan Carlos. I can't say his last name, so just Joan Carlos. And well directed and well written and just a well done sequel. And they get to the end of the movie where Doyle's character ends up sacrificing himself to get them in a car, and then you find this hazmat team is putting this gas in and it's killing the zombies, and Doyle says block up the the air vents, stuff like that, so they block them all up. He gets out of the car, puts that little thing over his nose so he doesn't die, and that really, really emotional scene where he's pushing the car, he's pushing, and it finally drives and he gets burnt, and just like, oh man, dang. And they drive, they get to the subway tunnel. Very, very well done scene in the subway tunnel where there's night vision and stuff like that. And you're seeing zombies, like there's a zombie right here. They look again, it's gone. You'll see zombies quickly go by because it's shot like it's kind of shot like a found footage movie when it's in the tunnel, because the girl's looking through the scope and it's night vision scope, so she's seeing how to see, but you're seeing it through the scope. And you'll see like a zombie right here just standing there, and then she'll see it freak out, look back, and it's gone. It's like, ooh, that's creepy. Very, very dark, atmosphere to it in the tunnel scene. Very, very well used of the atmosphere. And if finally the zombie shows up, it was Don. He's a zombie, and he pretty much takes the sniper rifle and just goes boom. And then I think it stabs her or something like that, the sniper rifle. And then, of course, the brother and sister, they're getting out of there, and Don bites the son. And, of course, Don gets basically shot. And you find out the son is a carrier as well, because he has a little thing of his eye. And I guess about the eye is sort of on the poster here. What's weird, though, is that character, I don't know, is that Rose Byrne's character, Scarlet? Or Rose, whatever, Rose, I think it's Rose Byrne. Scarlet's character. Is that Scarlet? It kind of looks like her, but if it is, that doesn't make any sense because, I mean, in the movie she doesn't have these kinds of eyes, but if it isn't, that's just my fault. But, it kind of looks like her. That person right there kind of looks like the character Scarlet from the movie. But in the movie, the mom of the son has these kind of eyes. One's blue, other one's different color. And the son has the same eyes, and basically he's a carrier. He doesn't get infected. He is infected, but he doesn't act, all crazy. They, they find a helicopter. They drive out of there. The place gets, basically missiles and stuff dropped in it, and end of the movie. And I mean, I've already said like a million times, but like I said, the good score, well directed, well written, great sequel. Definitely a great movie. Yeah, great sequel. I don't know if I'll get to Land of the Dead tonight. I might be able to do a review of Land of the Dead tonight. I'm not sure. But I'll try to do a review of Land of the Dead. But, maybe. Just depends on how much time I have. But yeah, maybe later I'll do a review of Land of the Dead. But yeah, 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Great movies. Definitely check them out. Kind of, controversial to put them in this list because they're not technically speaking zombies. They're just infected people with a rage virus, but it's similar to zombies, like the crazies. You know, like I said in the 28 Days Later reviews, I said the crazies in this list. It's like the crazies. I mean, they're infected, but they're like zombies or like crazy people. I think they're just crazy people, but you know, still, I don't know. But anyways, guys, 28 Days Later and 28 Days Later, great movies. Got to pick them up, and yeah, thanks for watching my review on 28 Weeks Later. And I'll see you guys, maybe, on my review for Land of the Dead. And if it isn't, thanks for watching my series of reviews on the Zombie Week. It's been a fun week of watching zombie movies. Watched a lot of classics like Night of the Living Dead. You know, just good movies. And yeah. So, if this is the last video, this is the Zombie Week, and it was really fun watching these movies. And thanks guys for watching the series of videos on the Zombie Week, and I'll see you guys next video. Yeah, wait a second. Hang on. Yeah, I might be able to have some time to do these reviews later. I might. So if not, then thanks for watching the reviews, and I will see you guys next review. Bye guys.